Hi friends and welcome back. It's Miss Birgit again. And today we are going to be talking about the feeling of feeling overwhelmed. Now, feeling overwhelmed is something that unfortunately happens to all of us. It oftentimes starts off as a yellow zone emotion, but sometimes can move into the red zone if we become so overwhelmed with our feelings that we're kind of frozen and we might act out in ways that could be dangerous to ourselves or to others. But oftentimes, feeling overwhelmed means we're full of a jumble of things. Worry, anxiety, sadness too. And the book I'm going to share with you today is about a situation that many of us, if we're honest with ourselves, have been in before. And that's a situation in which something happens and a lie is told to cover it up, to try to, in the moment, fix it. Well, it doesn't really fix it. And what it does is it leads to this jumble of feelings that gets the main character feeling overwhelmed. And then she has to try to figure out what to do to get out of this mess. And I wanted to share this book with you today because I think we can all relate to being in a situation in which we were caught off guard and maybe said or did something that wasn't really honest, and then found ourselves in a more complicated situation than we were to begin with. And that can lead to feelings of feeling like overwhelmed, of what do I do next? How do I get myself out of this? How do I fix things with the people that I might have harmed? And how do I move on and not have my mistake define me? So the book I'm going to share with you today is called Ruthie and the Not So Teeny Tiny Lie. It's written and illustrated by Laura Rankin. Hope you enjoy. Maybe you can relate. Ruthie loved tiny things. Tinier, the better. Her toys were the teensiest imaginable. She had dinky dinosaurs, itty-bitty trains, ponies no bigger than your pinky, and teddy bears that were barely there. Ruthie loved finding tiny treasures too. At the beach, she searched for the smallest seashells. The flowers she picked were no bigger than fairy wings. She even had an eggshell from a hummingbird. And wherever Ruthie went, she carried some teeny thing in her pocket. One day at school recess, after jump rope and swings, Ruthie took a turn on the twirling bar. When she landed, she saw something in the grass. It was a little box with a teensy window and an even tinier button on top. She couldn't believe her luck. It was a teeny, tiny camera. Ruthie looked through its little window. Then she pressed the button on top to take a picture. Click, just like a real camera. This was absolutely the best thing Ruthie had ever found, and it was hers. Click, click. She tried it out every which way. Say cheese, clouds. Click. Say cheese, little bug. Click. Say cheese, squirrel. Click. Say cheese, Martin. Click. But Martin didn't say cheese. Martin said, "Hey, that's my camera." Ruthie was startled. No, it's not. It's mine." "Give it to me," said Martin. "It's mine." "It is not, is too." "No, it's not," shouted Ruthie, and she raced back to class. "What's going on?" asked Mrs. Olson. "Ruthie's got my camera," cried Martin. I got it for my birthday and I dropped it on the playground. But Ruthie wanted that teeny tiny camera in the worst way. It's mine, she yelled. I got it for my birthday. Well, that wasn't true at all. Not one teeny tiny bit. Mrs. Olson looked at Martin. She looked at Ruthie. Goodness, this is a problem. She said, the camera can't belong to both of you. I'll keep it safe in my desk drawer for now. Let's talk about it again tomorrow. Ruthie's stomach flip-flopped all the rest of the day. She couldn't remember the answer to 2 plus 2. When Mrs. Olson read a story, every word flew straight out the window. The bus ride home took forever. Hi, Ruthie, said Mama. How was school? Okay, mumbled Ruthie. Dinner was macaroni and cheese, Ruthie's favorite, but she couldn't eat. Not one little bite. Aren't you feeling well? Asked Papa. I'm not hungry, she said. At bedtime, Ruthie was close to tears. What's the matter? Asked Mama. So Ruthie told Mama and Papa the whole story. What do you think went wrong? Asked Papa. I said it was my camera, cried Ruthie, but it's not. It's going to be okay, said Papa. You made a mistake, and tomorrow you can fix it. I think Mrs. Olson and Martin will understand. But the next morning, Ruthie could barely eat. Maybe Mrs. Olson wouldn't understand. Maybe Ruthie would have to sit in the timeout corner. Maybe Martin would never talk to her again. Maybe no one would ever talk to her again. Not one teeny weeny word. The school bell was about to ring. Ruthie took a deep breath and began the long walk to the front of the room. Mrs. Olson's desk seemed very far away. Good morning, Ruthie, said Mrs. Olson. I have something to tell you, said Ruthie in a very small voice. The camera isn't mine. I didn't get it for my birthday. I found it on the playground. Mrs. Olson didn't make her sit in the timeout corner. She didn't even look mad. Instead, she gave Ruthie a hug and kissed the top of her head. Thank you for telling the truth, said Mrs. Olson. That took a lot of courage. I'm very sorry, Martin, said Ruthie. It's okay, said Martin. All at once, Ruthie's stomach stopped flip-flopping. She even skipped a little on the way back to her desk. She got the right answer to 3 plus 7 in math. And after lunch, Mrs. Olson read the funniest story Ruthie had ever heard. And on the short bus ride home, Ruthie realized she didn't even miss the teeny tiny camera. Not one teeny tiny bit. And that's the end of our story. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it has a really nice positive ending, and that's not always what happens when we get into kind of sticky waters because we've told a lie and now we have to fix it, even when we come clean and we admit that we've said something or done something that was not kind or untruthful, as a way to try to make amends. Sometimes people still are upset. Sometimes there are still other consequences for our actions, and we can still feel relieved. Replacing that feeling of feeling overwhelmed by the decision that we had made that got us in this mistake to begin with, in our efforts to fix it, there can be some relief and we can let go of some of the worry and anxiety and nervousness that we might have had that was feeling really overwhelming. So I hope you enjoyed today's story. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. And remember that we all have times in which we feel overwhelmed, and we all have times in which we make mistakes and are in a position in which now we need to look at fixing them. And sometimes we're not sure exactly what to do to fix a situation, and we might need to look towards others to help give us some ideas. And you have adults all around you that are good at helping you come up with those ideas if you're needing help, whether they're at home or adults at school. So please know that you're never all by yourself. You're never alone. Take care, and until next time, bye-bye.